Hello, 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 everybody. Hi. So my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's blank because it's How To Tuesday. Tonight's all about zombies. I'm going to show you zombie silhouettes. I'm going to show you a couple other things. I'm actually going to show you silhouettes of like what they should look like and then turn them into like zombie silhouettes. And also I might do like a skeleton sleeve of a zombie, something like that. Anyway, so say hello, hello, hello. If you're practicing with me tonight, it's practice session, right? There's no actual painting. I just show you things that I've learned over my years of painting to make your paintings that much better. Of course, we have to give props. Do you know? Hoo-hoo. Oh, yeah. Say hi to your fans, buddy. Say hi to your fans. Yeah? You're a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You are. Yes, you're a good boy. Hello, 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 Rochelle. How are you, sweetheart? So Rochelle is in the house. Oh, yeah, getting the roll call down. I got to show you my handy-dandy table. I got to get that done. All right, so let me do that. Hi, Gail. How are you, sweetheart? Hello, 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 Gail. Sheila's hanging out with us. Hello, Sheila. How are you doing, doll? Anybody else popping on before I switch the screen? All right, we're good. Okay, so let me show you the handy-dandy table. Ta-da! Same paint every single video. Black, blue, yellow, red, and white. Java, of course. We have my coffee. We got all sorts of brushes. I'll tell you what I'm using when I'm using it. That's how to works. How to is whatever I feel like grabbing. It's usually the same old stuff, though. It usually is. I got Marsha. We got Gail. Gail is great. That is awesome to hear, Gail. And Kimberly's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, 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 Kimberly. How are you? Tina B is here. Yes. Yes, Tina B is in the house, and let's see. All right, I'm all caught up. Say hello, hello if you're if we're practicing. Joan is here. Oh yeah. So if you're practicing with us tonight, if you're just watching, if you're being a creeper, you don't want to say hello, you don't want anybody to know you're here, that's fine. We're doing zombies, they're creepers, so we can have creepers on here. I don't mind at all. Those of you following my make-em-ups journey, I went with, I wanted to go like Halloween, zombie, Queen of Darkness. I don't think I could ever be like, oh, Queen of Darkness, evil-like. But anyway, purples and sparkles and dark puckers and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. I'm having fun. That's all that matters, right? So I treated myself to a new eyeshadow palette, and I couldn't resist all the pretty colors in it. So I was playing around with that tonight. All right, I'm going to put you guys in your handy-dandy holder, and we're going to be looking at a blank canvas here. So I got it straight up and down. All right, and you know me. I'm going to sneak is. Thank you guys so much because I want to paint over this thing. I want to paint over this mess. That's what we're going to do. Because I have way too many. The glittery purple, you like it? Thank you so much, Tina B. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. I do. It's, yeah, they had like, yeah, it's a really pretty palette. I'll have to grab it and show you guys. Also, hello, Mary. We're going to be doing the contest tonight. I'm going to announce the winner. I have that all set up. I know who it is. You guys don't. So I'm going to, we're going to announce that tonight too during a little ketchup mustard time. Okay, guys? So let's get some paint on this old used canvas that, let's cover this up. And I had a painting a long time ago. Tina B might remember it. I did a painting. It was called Zombie Apocalypse. So I'm grabbing Big Boy, okay, 1 inch flat, swirl tap dabbing them. It was called Zombie Apocalypse. And purple's your favorite color. Yeah, we got a lot of purple lovers. And Tina B got a job. Oh yes, I'm grabbing white, red, and yellow, right? Now you guys know what that usually gives us. That usually gives us peach. You start Monday? Cool. That's awesome, Tina B. Congratulations, lovey. Congratulations, sweetheart. So that's going to give us a peach. And I'm using extra white because I want to cover this this practice stuff that's on the bottom underneath it. So to get the coverage, you know, so you don't see what's going on underneath, I'm grabbing extra white. And now this is why we say to last year's, yes, Tina B. So Zombie Apocalypse, if you guys look on the YouTube channel, it was a whole zombie painting. It was a lot of fun to do. I was going to use that as a reference, and you know what? I sold it. Kimberly, you can't wait to paint, but you're still observing. Oh, don't be scared, honey. Don't be scared. Just throw some paint on it. You know what? If you need to kind of get it moving without having it look like any particular thing, we did a how-to abstracts a little while back, and that was basically just throwing paint onto the canvas all willy-nilly like. So if you need to, you know, if you need to cross that threshold, it's a practice that you can just, hello, Joanne. How are you, sweetheart? You can turn around and start with that if you want. And I got Kimberly. I'm trying to catch everybody coming on so I can say hi to everybody. Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing? So yeah, you could start off with that if you know, like if you're too you know, you want to just throw it on there, really. But if you want to start off with something that it's basically a practice in getting something to look like nothing at all. It'll get you comfortable with using the paint. Number one. Number two, you know, since it is abstract, it really just pulls on emotion and feeling. So you don't have to make it look like anything. So, you know, it's up to you. So, I'm throwing this peach background on here. We're throwing this peach background on here because we want to do some zombies. And so the painting I sold was really cool. Like I said, it's in my videos. If I find it, I'll blast from the past for you, but it's on my YouTube. My sister doesn't like when I do past blasts because she's trying to find the stuff to post on YouTube. And thank you, Kimberly. She's trying to find the stuff to post on YouTube, and I'm posting stuff from YouTube to the page. So she's like, what are you doing? I'm confusing her is what I'm doing. But if I find it, I'll post it. But she is not a fan of my past blasts, that's for sure. All right, so to get this peach, it's just red, yellow, and white, and I'm using a whole lot of white. And that's why like I'm part of a club or something. That's why it's recommended to gesso first, because you know, you're going to use up all your white paint, and the gesso's cheaper than the white paint. Okay, because you'll buy wet paint and you'll spend like $16 on a half gallon, and you could spend $20 for the good stuff on a 5-pound bucket of gesso. So gesso is just more affordable, and it does the work just as well after 2 or 3 coats, and then you could sand it and make it smooth so you can get a really smooth texture on your canvas and all of that happy stuff. So now I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. Right, 6,000%. Oh yeah, it looks like peach sorbet, doesn't it? I'm gonna let that dry a tick. So while that's drying, hi, hi everybody. Can you mix color into the gesso? You know what? Tina, you probably can. I wouldn't see why not. They do sell gesso with color in it, but you might want to do like a because I think it'll get lost. Like, you'd have to use a lot, and then if you're using that much, you might as well just paint with it instead of putting it in gesso. I would recommend more, not that I've tried it, this is just me thinking, I would recommend more of like maybe a dye or those inks. You did go to a paint party, you did very good. Your picky daughter put it up in her oh, that's so sweet, Kimberly. That's really, really sweet. That's really, really nice. So that's really cool. What's that gesso? It's Gesso. It's Gesso. Thank you, Carolyn. Yeah, purple. It's like the stain my daughter got me, right? So much, our kids influence so much. So she got it for me, and then I threw a gloss on top of it. So it's darker than usual, but I'm digging it. So yeah, Kimberly, I was grabbing the gesso for you. Okay, I got you. Hold on. I'll show you what it looks like. And you can get it in smaller quantities. You don't have to buy buckets of it. But everything I do is buckets. So it's backwards for you to read it, but this is gesso. Gesso. It says acrylic on it. And the more money you spend, the better the quality is going to be. So gesso is definitely something to where you're getting what you pay for. Okay, so gesso is definitely at that point. Hello, 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 Nikki. How are you doing, sweetie? So Nikki is here. Yeah, so that's what gesso is, okay? And, all right, so we did the contest, September contest. All of you guys that sent me support and messaged me your address, right, were entered in. And the contest, to anybody who isn't sure about what the contest was to win my brush set for free. Alright, so my brush set comes with every single brush that I use for every single paint party. All of my past videos, the past 2 years, all of my future videos, I have never, ever, ever used a different brush for the paint parties other than what's in this set. Tuesdays, I might have grabbed a different brush, but that's because you guys wanted to see it. Not feeling too good today. Oh, healing wishes for Nikki, guys. Everybody send prayers and healing wishes and blessings to Nikki, everybody. So in the brush set is Big Boy, the 3 fluffies, large, medium, and small. You get Mini Me right there, brand spanking new. There's Tiny. And then there's 2 Mr. Nifties in here. So it's a total of 8 brushes. These brushes, Big Boy, the 3 fluffies, have lasted me 7 years of paint party business. So I've had him for 7 years in a paint party business. So, and I've had the fluffies for 7 years in a paint party business. They actually get better the more you beat them up. Alright, so that's what I'm talking about. Alright, guys? And then, to get them to last that long, I send you the care instructions on how to care for your brushes, so you do get the longevity out of them. So the fluffies and the Big Boy last for like, well, they're lasting me for a while now. And, you know, Tiny and Mini Me last a good minute too. So they're just smaller. You got to be really careful with them. Anyway, this is the prize. What? And we have our winner. What? And I'm going to show you after I put more background on here. That's right. I'm going to make you wait. I am. Because I'm a brat. I'm going to make you wait for it. Alright, but that's what the prize is. Alright, so swirl tap dab Big Boy. And I'm going to grab some yellow that has a little bit of that, yep, I'm a tease. Has a little bit of that red, and I'm going to lightly sweep this on here. So the yellow and a little bit of red is in this paint. And I'm lightly sweeping this on here. And you will get, now you will get your harvest sky, right? Your yellows and your oranges and all of that good stuff. So now you will get your harvest sky. And I'm lightly sweeping because some of this is still wet in areas. And it's a whole lot of yellow and a little bit of red. Thank you so much for the stars, Kimberly. You're awesome. So stars is enabled, guys. It's to be able to send me support. And I also have the PayPal is linked. Alright, so that's another way to send support. So thank you guys so much. You do literally keep the lights on, just to let you know. And I want to, and I hope you're all praying. I don't want to jinx myself, but since we were having issues the past month, and I don't know why, I went and got a new modem. So that modem, right, last night decided to be connected but not have a strong signal. So I was on the phone for like 6 hours trying to get that taken care of. And the tech is coming tomorrow because I want to make sure it seems to be working good. Like I said, I don't want to jinx myself, but at the same point, I'm still going to have the tech come out because I want to make sure it stays working good and everything is optimal. So, I hope and pray that for the feed tonight, we're not going to have any issues. Because I know the last couple videos I did, there was some issues going on. And I asked some friends and I asked some people and I was talking about it, and you know, the consensus was that my modem was probably old and it can't handle some of the new technology that's out there. Now, I know sometimes it's on your end, it's not on my end, but with the feed cutting out, that is definitely on my end. So, anyway, fingers crossed. Hello, Artist. How are you doing, sweetheart? Artist is in the house, and we got, let's see, Debbie. Debbie's here. Hi, Debbie. Thank you so much for the stars, sweetie. Coming in with an entrance. That's just the way I like it. Debbie is here. And Joanne is asking me, when you try to go over an old painting, the new one doesn't accept the paint. When you try to go over an old painting, I hear you, Nikki. Oh, and that reminds me, all of my videos are kid-friendly, so you guys try to watch your comments, and I'll try to watch this thing. I don't understand your question, love. Something about the old... ask that again, or try to explain that a different way, because I don't understand what you're trying to say, sweetie. I don't understand what you're trying to say, Joanne. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. All right, number one, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy. And I'm going to do a skeleton zombie arm. All right, so I swirl tap that big boy. I'm grabbing white paint, right, because we're mapping in. And coming in from the side, I'm going to do a zombie skeleton arm. So I need some shirt fabric, right? We need some shirt fabric. I'm going to put that in there. My paint is very wet, right? So I'm going to get the colors in there, and that's okay. So I'm just going back and forth like this, doing the little X's, right? And that's mixing in with the background, and I'm not mad at that. All right, and then I'm going to a line that way, right? Move my arm, not the brush. Okay, and then we're going to go up this way. What? And then we're going to come back this way. There we go. So that is going to be a skeleton arm. And I'm going to make this a little thicker into the elbow. And then I'm going to come around the elbow and then make this a little smoother from here to there. Alright, so where the elbow is, and I'm going to make this thicker on the top of the arm. Okay, so there's the top of the arm. Right, so I made this thicker like a triangle. And then I swooped around for the elbow. And then this part's a little thicker, like another triangle going up. And then this part is all the same thickness. Okay, so this is going to be the hand. So I'm going to put another piece here, and I'm going to put another piece here, and another piece there. This is going to be the hand. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I had that mapped out. All right, and we're going to need, all right, I'll do that because I want to explain something to you. Hi, April. How are you doing, sweetheart? If I'm missing your comments, just comment it again, guys, because sometimes I'm in here and not in here. All right. So one thing I want to talk to you about is silhouettes, right? So silhouettes is when you have a really cool background and you're just doing the figure in black. When I'm trying to go over it, like you had just did here, the canvas won't let me make a different painting over it. What kind of paint are you using, Joanne? What kind of paint? What kind of paint are you covering, and what kind of paint are you using to cover it? All right, so I'm grabbing Mini-Me, and I'm grabbing my black paint. So a silhouette is basically just the black outline of things. Now, if you did a silhouette of a person, right, it's laws of two to get it proportioned. All right, so if I was doing just not a zombie, a person, a real person, right, you would do the head. Okay, so you got the head, right? The body is twice the head. Okay, so the body is twice the head. So there's one, there's two. All right, so the body is twice the head. The legs are twice the body, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm twice the body. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to count. I'm just counting because I don't know why I'm counting. Anyway, so we have the body. The legs are twice the body, right? There's so that's twice the body. And that's how you do a proportion person. All right? And then the arms, if you go and Craft Smart. Yeah. You're using craft paint, honey. Sometimes when you try to do too many layers of craft paint on top of itself, it's not gonna stick anymore. Because that's craft paint. It's acrylic paint, but it's craft acrylic paint, and it has more of a drying quality to it, and it dries very flat, and it could dry very thick. So what would happen is that after so many layers, it's not going to work right for you. What I would suggest is try doing the gesso. And then try gesso the whole thing. You could also, before you do any layers on top of it, sand it all down so it gets more of a texture to be able to have something adhere to it. So you could try sanding it down, and then, you know, in between each layer, sand it, and or try the gesso to cover it. Because craft paint, I think you could probably get to layer 3 or 4 and then it's done. I don't know. A lot of you use the craft paint, so maybe if you have some more insight on that for Joanne. I don't use it very often. So, the arms, right? If you look, that was like, could you tell I was trying to switch gears in my brain just then? If you look at your arms, right? If you look to where your elbow is, your elbow hits your waist, right? It doesn't seem like your arm is that long, but your elbow, when you put your arm down, hits your waist, all right? So when you do your arms, all right, you're actually going to have it to where it's going to hit the waist. All right? And then you have the piece there. So, and your arms are exactly in half. See? So you have this piece of your arm is exactly in half, right? So your arm is this and this are the same length for the most part. What does my shirt say? Hi, Jimmy Gale. My shirt used to say, this is what fierce looks like. All right, so when you do your arms, you want your arms to go to the waist, and then this piece and this piece are the same size. So that's how you do a person that's proportionate. All right, that's how you do a person that's proportionate. It's the rule of twos. Body's twice the head. Body's twice the head. Legs are twice the body. Arms, elbows go to the waist. Okay? He's a dancing monster. Right. So, but when you do a zombie, you want to try to do things out of proportion. He's actually running away from the zombies, April. We're going to make him running away from the zombies. So when you do a zombie, you can make things out of proportion and it'll look better. And you could also add bends and folds in here. Right, this bend actually should be like there. That's where that bend should be, right there. You could actually add bends and folds in odd places. All right, so this is my knees right there, right? So let me make this a little bit bigger, thicker, so you can see the bend better. All right, he's wearing pants. Okay, so there is the bend in his leg. All right, with his pants on. Okay. All right, like that. Give him some pants. We'll give him some pants. Right, let's dress our little guy up here. Let's give him some pants. There we go. And now you can see the bends better. Alright. So a zombie you can make out of proportion. Alright, so if you want to do a zombie, you can give it an extra big head. Right? Tina B likes when I do the bean head. You can do an extra big head. Right? And it's tilting to the side because their heads usually flop in one way or another. Alright? And then you could give it an extra large torso, right? Ooh, boop. Right? Get an extra long torso going on. And you can give it long arms, right, that don't make any sense where the bends or breaks are. Okay, and you can give it shorter legs. Okay, and then you have something that doesn't look natural, and then that would be a zombie. So when you're doing zombies, you can actually have a lot of fun and you don't have to make everything proportional because they're a zombie. How about that for an explanation? So you can do things that are out of proportion to add to the creep factor. To add to the creep factor of it being a zombie. Okay, another thing is you can bend and twist things differently, right? So this one, my twists and bends in my person are right where they're supposed to be. My elbows are at the waist, the knees are halfway in between the legs, right? So the bends here, right? I have the bend here, there's hardly any top leg, longer bottom leg, right guys? The torso is double the size of everything, this part right in here, okay? The arms, that's a lot longer than this piece, that's a lot longer than that piece, okay? So you don't have to turn around and match any certain kind of rule or anything like that. And I am just dabbing in like what would be like little pieces of fabric hanging off of them. Okay, so that's the cool part about zombies. And you can have them doing all sorts of weird things. All sorts of weird things. Right, so I'm going to take Mr. Nifty now, and once you get your stick figure in, right, once you get your stick figure in, you can go in and add the little details. Like I added the fabric flopping and flowing all around. I can give them some little boop, 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 spiky hairs going on, right, maybe some hair sticking out over here. Okay, so, and then this is when you could add all of your details. Alright, and then, you know, maybe his foot is dragging. Right, so maybe his foot is like going that way. Alright, his foot doesn't have to be attached normally, right? So maybe he's on his tippy toes. Right? So you could add his shoes in. Maybe this foot is sticking out this way. Right? So, you know, body parts are basically any which way you want to put them, right? Because he's a zombie. On my guy, though, right, I would have to pay attention to how my feet are going. So if he's running away, this foot would be here and facing that direction. And then this foot, you're not going to see it all. So we'll just tuck in where that foot's going to be, right? And then his face is going to be facing that way, right? He's running away. So let's give him a little nose here. And let's give him some hair. Right? And let's do the hands, right? The hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's do, I'm switching to Mini-Me, the foot dragon, right? And my local, right down around, zombies aren't cool. April, thank you for helping Nikki. And Joanne, I hope I answered your question for you. And let's see what else is going on in here. You guys are just, hello, Britain. You guys are just chatting away. I love it, 6,000%. I love you guys, man. You're just like a regular old little family, just chatting away. And I'll just stand here and paint. I'm grabbing Mini-Me again, right? Because my person needs a shirt. Alright, so we're going to put a shirt on her. Alright. Bring this down. So, now you have a person running away from a zombie. Okay? So, see the difference between, the whole point of that whole thing was to show you the difference between painting the person in proportion, right? Law of twos. Just remember rule of twos. Head, body's twice the head, legs are twice the body. Okay? So 2 and then 2. And you do that for, yes, by double white. You use a lot of white. And you do that to create a person. And when you create a zombie, you don't have to follow any of that. Right? You don't have to follow any of that. So I'm going to take Mr. Nifty here. And I'm going to add, I'm going to just add some like fingers coming out. Alright, so there's some fingers there. And here's some fingers here. And just like that, you have a zombie chasing a person. Okay? So you have the zombie chasing the person. And then you could do your zombie silhouettes. Hi, Gail. How you doing, sweetie? You guys are talking about paint and different paints and what's going on with them. Okay, so Liquitex is a good paint. It's a good acrylic paint. I've used Liquitex forever until I discovered the Blick, and I discovered the Blick because it's a little more affordable and it's more beginner friendly because of its blendability and its lasting power. Okay, and the craft paint is very alluring, right? I know they're 50 cents, and I have a box full of them. I'm not naysaying them. But they have a point in time of when it's better to use the craft paint and when it's better to use the Blick acrylic or the Liquitex. Okay? So the craft paint is good for when you want things to stick and stay. Alright? So if you're doing something and you're not going to be blending it out and you're not going to be having to add a lot of different layers, and so the craft paint is good for stick and stay. Now the zombies, you could do them in craft paint, absolutely, because craft paint dries really fast and it dries matte. There's no shine to it at all. So things like this, silhouettes, and anything else that's going to be like a stuck detail, like it's not going to be anything you blend or want to soften, whatever, soften. It's not going to be any of that. Then that's what it's good for. Other than that, if you want to blend the sky, if you want to do the fluffies that we do with the clouds, if you want to, anything that has to do with blending or softening or, want it to stay to where you can play with it, that's not for craft paint. That's going to frustrate you, is what it's going to do, because it doesn't blend very well. Not where everybody is at your painting level. Okay, because there's obviously ways to manipulate all sorts of paint, but that's the main difference, okay, is the blendability, the drying time, and the finish you get. Alright, so acrylic, the Blick acrylic, if you notice, there's a shine on here. See the shine from my light? Okay, there's shiny in the black. See the shiny in the black? See that? Okay, you're not going to get that with craft paint. Craft paint's going to dry very flat. So if you want to put something, make it stick, and want it to be completely opaque and not, how do you know if it's craft paint or not? The craft paint comes in the little tube this big. It's Craft Smart, Apple Barrel, there's a few other ones. And the other acrylic paints usually come in tubes or big squeezable bottles. So the craft paint comes in that little container. The craft paint comes in that little flip top container. Hold on. We're going off track, but that's fine. I'd rather you guys know what you're getting yourselves into. Hold on, I gotta dig. Goodness, did you hear all that commotion? I just dropped I don't know how many things in my room. Did you hear all that? I just went to pull this box out and I dropped like all the stuff that was on top of it. I'm okay though. I'm okay. Craft paint. Okay, this one actually says this one actually says craft paint on it. All right, it comes in this little flip top. So, they say, this one says Craft Smart. All right. I know it says acrylic paint on it, but it's not the same thing. This says all-purpose acrylic. So, the craft paint, easiest rule of thumb is they come in these little flip top, containers. When the other paint comes in tubes. Comes in tubes or squeezable bottles. Okay? That's the difference between the two. And now I have a mess. I have a mess to clean up, but that's okay. As long as you guys get the understand the difference, all right? 6,000%. All right, I'm going to go back to my arm. I need more white paint. Okay, and I'm going to do some more yellow. All right, so we're going to go back to my arm that I started. And swirl tap that big boy. And I'm going to grab my white. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this white. Right, I'm going to do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. So that's white. I went around the elbow, right? So when you're doing like a close-up of a zombie and you're doing different parts of his body, right, you want to have like the skin and the bone and all sorts of things going on that are gross and nasty. So that is what I want to show you. Okay, and let's do the shirt part here, right? The clothes are always torn and tattered, all right? So you can do like wiggly lines. You can do flicky-doos. I don't know if Jill's here, but you can flicky-do on the clothing. Okay, it's always torn and tattered, and it's not one solid color. It's going to have all of these folds and tears and rips in it. So you don't want to have it be one solid color. That's why I wasn't mad at the yellow coming through. All right. Now they're dirty, so I'm going to make a brown. I'm going to make a brown to kind of mimic the skin. So I got my red and my yellow. And I got some white. And I'm going to add some black to it. Give myself like a brown that's on the peachy side. Okay. And I'm going to come in here. And we're going to come in here and I'm going to do a little squiggle do for like it being like his skin. Okay, so let's squiggle do some like skin on there. Alright, I'm going to wipe off my brush and I'm going to soften this out. Okay, we're going to soften this out. So I wiped off my brush. And I'm softening all this out, keeping the different changes of color in there, but just making it softer. So if you notice, I didn't over-blend it. It has all those different colors in there. Okay, I just softened it out a little bit, a few swipes. All right, same with over here. I'm just going to soften this out, right, because I put that white down, so that white is helping me soften this. but giving me the different colors. Okay, now you want to do some shading, so I'm going to grab that color that I made, and I'm going to grab a tiny little microscopic amount of black with it. And I'm going to come under here, and I'm going to do dark spot there. Let's do another dark piece there. Do another dark piece here. Alright, I need to do the hand. Dark, dark, dark. Okay, maybe in the shirt here. Do some dark. Right? Adding dark stuff. Right? Real technical. I'm adding dark stuff. Now that my brush is kind of cleaned off, because I just wiped it all on the shirt, I can come in here and I just lightly blend back and forth. I'm just doing a little back and forth motion. And over here, a little bit of a back and forth motion. Right? Because this doesn't have to be perfectly blended. It doesn't have to be, you know, colors don't have to be matchy and soft tones blending into each other, because this is zombie skin. Can I show the Blick bottle, please? Oh, my big bottle? The big one? Yeah, 1 second. Let me finish my zombie arm. Did I just say that? Let me finish my zombie arm. Oh my goodness, that's hysterical. So I'm adding dark down there. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to do a little bit of a softening going on. Okay. And there you have some zombie skin. Let me do the hand while it's still wet, so I can blend the darkness out on the hand here. Okay, so we're going to do the hand. Right? Doot and doot and doot and doot. Alright, there's 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 fingers. Okay, let's blend it into the arm. Okay, I'm just moving back and forth. I'm just zigzag zooming back and forth, guys. I'm just using the softness of my brush here and smushing this all together. Nikki, you need to come to my TikToks is what you need to do. Acrylic. Okay, Mars Black, half a gallon. Alright, so like I said, you don't have to worry about your colors. You don't have to worry about blending them that well. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Mini Me. And I'm going to grab, alright, then I am. I'm going to grab black and white. Okay, black and white. And we're going to come in here and we're going to do some bone. So I'm going to zigzag zoom with that black and white. Okay, coming in here. And I'm going to fill in this little V section here of gray, right? So I put my base color of gray. Okay, and let's do maybe a bone piece sticking out of his arm over here. Okay, so I'm going to do some gray right there, sticking right out the side of his arm right there. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to grab some black paint. Very small amount of black paint. And I'm going to zigzag zoom where the skin and the bone are meeting. Okay, I'm going to zigzag zoom. Right, small amounts of black paint. I just grabbed a little bit more. I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to put that right here. and underneath right there. All right, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to zigzag zoom this, soften it all out. All right, no paint on my brush. I'm just moving it back and forth between the black and the gray that I put down in the first place. Same thing over here. All right, there's no paint left on my brush. I am just mixing it in with the gray I put down in the first place. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of white and come in here and put some white there and white there on the top of this piece. Wipe off my brush, zigzag zoom, zigzag zoom, zigzag zoom. Okay, since it's bone, I want it to be a little brighter, so I'm going to grab some more white again. I'm going to put that right on the edge, right there, and I'm going to put it right on the edge of this one, right there. Wipe my brush off, zigzag zoom, zigzag zoom, zigzag zoom, and there you have bone sticking out. And then I'm going to come over here, since this piece is busted, it's going to have pieces that are cracked on the ends of it. So I'm going to take Nifty and I'm going to grab my black paint. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to put in little black pieces, like little mini triangles, right? Just little mini triangles following the little shape of the bone, right? That you made. So it looks like it's busted. Okay, it looks like it's busted. 6,000%. Okay, so, zombie arm. Right, I'm going to show you how to do the shirt, and I'm going to show you how to do the hand. Let's do a little bit of roll call. I got Rochelle's in the house. We got Gail, and Sheila, and Marcia, and Kimberly, and Tina B. We have Joan, and Diane, and Patricia, and Mary, and Joanne. We have Carolyn, Nikki, Artist, Debbie, April, and Britton are here. If I missed you, let me know. Let me know if I missed you. Okay? So, you guys want to see me do more silhouettes? Let me know if you want to see more silhouettes, okay? As I'm doing the, yes, girl, as I'm doing the shirt, all right? So for the shirt, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy. And I'm going to grab my dirty red right here. Right? It's got all sorts of stuff going on in it. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do back and forth. Okay, this motion, right? Making little X's. Making little X's. Just like that. Okay, use the flat on my brush, follow along where I had my shirt line. Now I'm dabbing, I'm just moving the paint around. Okay, then I'm going to grab, Dee Dee's watching tonight. We got a watcher in the house. That's okay, Dee Dee. No worries, love. A lot of you watch and paint later. That's what happens. And sometimes you don't paint this. You're just painting, now I'm grabbing just black. I'm going to come in here, and it's going to be dark under where his arm is. So I'm going to put the black on, and I'm going to do a little back and forth. Okay, like that. And I'm just doing a little back and forth motion. That's all I'm doing. You see my hand? I'm just doing this. There's no paint left on my brush. Amanda's watching too. Hello. That's okay, Amanda. You guys can totally be watchers. We're good with that. Welcome to the fam, whoever's new. If you're new, let us know you're new. We'll give you a warm Eve's Creations family. Welcome. So, there's no paint on my brush. Okay? I'm just moving back and forth. Now I'm going to grab some more red. I'm going to come up in here. I didn't clean my brush or anything. I'm just adding some more red now. Whatever's going on in my brush is going on. Doesn't matter to me. Alright, and then I'm going to grab some blue. Tiny little bit of blue. Notice where I'm holding my brush, right? So I can get that flick back and forth thing going on. So I'm going to put a little dash of blue here, a little dash of blue there, a little dash of blue there. I'm going to wipe my brush off. Notice I'm not cleaning it. I'm just wiping it off. Gail, you always watch before you paint. Yeah, a lot of you do that. All right, I got my little dabs of blue. Now I'm going to do that back and forth thing again. Right? Let's dirty it up a little bit. Let's dirty this shirt up a little bit. Okay. All right. Do a little zigzag zoom for the shirt going into the arm. Okay. Dirty up this bit a little bit. Dirty up this section a little bit. Little zigzag zoom. I'm going to grab some more red. Zigzag zoom that into the arm. Okay, and you can do this same process with whatever limb you decide to paint. So if you decide to paint the leg or, you know, the, well, that's the only other limb. You can do the same process painting the other pieces of the zombie. So you can do the same process for your legs, for the arm, for whatever. I'm going to go into the hand next. Okay, so let's do the hand. Now, to do a hand, you have a reference right here. Here's your reference. Right? Everybody has a hand. Well, most people have a hands. So, this is your reference. This is how you figure out how to paint hands. I have a how-to hands out there on YouTube. Okay? So, here's your hands. Alright? You're going to use that as your reference. And again, remember, this is a zombie hand. So, we don't have to really be exacta with this stuff. Alright? I'm going to make some more of my brown color here. So, I'm going to grab that white. And I'm going to grab that dirty red. And I'm going to grab that dirty yellow. I'm going to smash that around. Okay. I'm going to grab a smidge of black. Smash that around. Right. It's picking up the brown that was in my little thing already. I'm coming here. And I'm just going to zigzag zoom this piece. Right. Like the rest of that finger does not exist. Okay. We don't know where the rest of that finger is. No idea. I'm going to zigzag zoom this piece because I don't know where the rest of that finger is either. Okay. This piece right here, we're going to bend. Right? And then do a little bit of a zigzag zoom. Okay, and I'm going to zigzag zoom this piece right there. Now I have no paint left on my brush. I'm just pulling this into the rest of my arm so it all goes together. Right? I have very little paint left on my brush. I'm just kind of pushing around the rest of the arm so it kind of blends together. Now I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of black. Microscopic! And we're going to separate the fingers here. So I'm going to put some black there. Put some black there. Put some black there. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to do a little zigzag zoom. Little dabbing, a little zigzag zoom, a little whatever, just to move this black paint around. Separate my fingers. Okay, I'm going to grab some of that original color again, because you know me, I go back and forth between the two. Some people paint all the lights in. Some people paint all the darks in first. Some people go back and forth like I do. So, you know, it's personal preference. However you want to work it. So I'm going to put that in. Make it all really ucky. Right? I got to make more of my peach. So I'm going to wipe my brush off. I got to make more of my peach. I ran out. So white, red, yellow. I'm mixing it where that gray was. Okay. And I'm going to just dab some of that back in. So, and then up here, dab some of that in. Again, bring it through my arm. Okay, so now I'm just playing with the different colors. I'm just playing until I get the look that I want. Alright, and I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to grab the dark again. Okay, so the more layers you do, the more realistic it's going to look. I'm going to wipe my brush off. Do some dabbing right in there. Okay, to get the fingers separated. Okay, it's kind of looking like an old tree, isn't it? It's kind of looking like an old tree to me. But, like I said, the zombie hand, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. You just want to make it so you see the separation of the fingers. That's all. And I could just keep playing with this thing all night long. But you guys want to know who won the contest. So, and you have to let me know if you want me to do some more silhouette shapes. Okay, so you have to let me know that too. Okay, now I'm grabbing my lighter color again. Okay, so I go back and forth between the darks and lights. It's really personal preference, whatever you guys want to do. I'm going to grab my lighter color and I'm going to go onto my skin again because like I said, and so if one thing you got to remember is when you're doing this, you grab a little bit of a paint at a time because you could always add more. It's very hard to take away once you have it on there. Okay, and I'm going to grab my dark color where the sleeve is meeting. I'm going to zigzag zoom the dark color where the sleeve is meeting. Wipe my brush off. Soften that out. And like I said, you can do the same practice. Now I'm grabbing my lighter paint again. You can do the same practice for if you did a leg or any other piece of the body. It's the same thing. And I'm at the point where I'm just adding layers, doing the same process over and over, right? Add my dark, add my light, little zigzag zoom, back and forth until you get what you're going for. All right. It's contest time. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So I know the winner. I hope you guys are all excited. I wish I could give everybody a brush set, but I can't. I don't have it like that. But I'm going to show you the winner right now. You guys ready? I am so ready. I am so excited. Okay, and then once we figure out the winner, we're going to go back to zombies. I'm going to put some bones in the fingers and a pumpkin in the air. Hi, Brenda. All right, so I'm going to put some fingers in the bones, and if you guys want to see more zombie silhouette, you guys let me know. Brenda is here. Hello, Brenda. You came in just in time. Okay, so, Here you go, guys. So, this is everyone's name and the amount of cards I pulled for each person, because some people did more than one entry. All right, so you see the name, and then underneath, you'll see the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's the name, there's the cards. So these are the cards that I pulled for everyone's name. All right, if you see your name, you did not win. So I'm just showing you what was pulled for each person, and if you made more than one donation, I'm showing you the cards that were pulled for each donation. So if you see your name, you didn't win. Oh, let me fix this one. You can't see the name. Okay. So there is everybody and the cards that I pulled for them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 2 nifties to the person for every card that I pulled. Okay? So those of you who made numerous donations to enter, 6,000%. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun with this. I hope you guys really had a good time with this. I enjoyed doing it. And super excited. So, you guys ready? We're coming up to the winner. There's the winner with the purple card. What? So we had all of those entries. Thank you everybody for entering and participating and helping with the support and everything else. Da 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 da. I'm such a tease. Bam! Debbie Wilson, honey. Debbie, you won, sweetheart. What? Yes! Debbie won. Debbie won her very own brush set. I'm going to be mailing that out this week. Again, thank you, everybody who participated. Thank you for all the entries. Thank you for all the support. And the next giveaways I'm going to do is going to be at Christmas. So stay part of the fam till Christmas. I did it last Christmas. I'm going to do it this Christmas. I believe Debbie's on here. I believe she is. There you are. You are so welcome. Oh, fam, you are awesome. Everybody congratulating Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being awesome and congratulating Debbie. That's amazing. You guys are amazing. And she's the winner. She is the winner. Yes, April, the stars did count. The stars did count. Absolutely did. You've been sick for a couple of weeks. Oh, that sucks. Sorry you were sick for a couple of weeks. The question is did you, you're welcome, Debbie. The question is did you send me your address when you did the stars? That's the question. But we'll talk about that later. All right, Debbie, woohoo! Yeah, because people who sent me stars messaged me on Facebook their address. Because I don't get a list of who donated stars. I just get I don't know, it's weird. You do have a set, April. That is true. I forgot all about that. I get a list of people who sent stars, like when I end my videos, I'll get a list of this person commented with stars. The list shows up that way. But it's very haphazard. So anybody that sent me support via stars, you had to message me your address. So this way it wound up in the running. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, Debbie. And congratulations, hon. And thank you, everyone who sent support and entered. And You know, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. 6,000%. And the next giveaways are going to be at Christmas. I usually do a Q&A. I do a live Q&A. And if you answer the question correctly, you'll be getting sent something. Yeah, April, you had me stressing there a minute. I was stressing out. Woohoo! Debbie, I'm so glad you're on tonight. What about Thanksgiving? Now. You guys would have me give away my whole room. Thank you so much for the stars, Mary. Nikki, you guys would have me giving my whole room away if I... Silly bird. Alright, so we're going to do some skeleton bones hanging out. So I'm going to grab Mini-Me and my white paint. And let's do a skeleton bone. So I'm going to come out this way. And we're just going to put a little nub on here. Alright, zigzag zoom that into my finger. Okay, so we have the bone sticking out. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to grab some black. Yes, yes, Debbie. Yes, and thank you everybody for congratulating Debbie. That's amazing of you guys, really, because some people can get a little, you know, whatever, and you're not like that. That's why I say we're family. So I'm zigzag zooming my black paint where these fingers are busted. Okay, where they're all kind of busted off. We're zigzag zooming some black paint. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to go into that original peach color. And I'm going to just soften those zigzag zooms out. Okay, just like that. Peach, just grabbing the peach, and I'm just zigzag zooming. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Coming in here, you know, and if you guys don't paint, you know, my how-tos are basically to be showing you guys techniques, all right? So if you don't want to paint zombies, that's fine. But it's the same, you're going to be using the same type of techniques. Techniques is like a really, sounds really, yay, Debbie, technical. I'm just showing you how to do it. Reminds you of the Michael Jackson video, Thriller. I'm going to grab a little bit of black now, and I'm going to go into my bone, and I'm going to put some black onto the bone there. And I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to grab some white, and I'm going to zigzag zoom this. Right? Get it to be a gray color, darker in some areas, lighter in some others. And then you have to leave it alone. If I kept playing with that, right? So you guys, leaving it alone is hard. I know. I have the same problem. See how it has all the separation of color in there? Now, say I wanted to keep playing with it, right? Because I just had to get this piece perfect. If I keep playing with this thing, because I had to get this part perfect, or this part a certain way, or whatever I want to do, notice how all of that really nifty stuff just disappeared and it's flat again. Okay? And it's flat again. This is the importance of leaving it alone. So, playing with it, I made it go flat. And so now I'm going to have to grab my white. I'm going to have to grab my white, put the white back on. Alright, and now I have to grab my black, put the black back on, wipe my brush off, very lightly, just kind of mush these two together. Alright, to recapture all those different shades that were in there. Grab a little bit more white and just dab that on. And now I have to leave it alone. If I don't leave it alone and I keep playing with it, I'm going to lose all that. So, that's right. Now you're supposed to yell at me because I want to touch it again. I totally wanted to play with that again. Did you see my hand? I wanted to mess with it again. So I understand the leave it alone thing is hard to do. I get it. But you don't want to wind up with it looking flat by blending all of that awesome stuff that you just accomplished out of it. Okay? So 6,000%. And now, basically, you would just keep building on this, and building on this, right? His hand looks like little tree trunks or something, doesn't it? I don't know. Looks like it's little, something going on. I don't know. I have to, you know what it is? I have the, his fingers, coming down a little low. So, if I make more of a palm, right? If I make this more of a palm, that's a little bit better. Okay, and then I put the sideways in of the palm, right, or the back of the hand. Okay, so I had to shorten his fingers a little bit because it was looking more like little tree trunks. So, and I could always put in the knuckles. Right, put in some knuckle areas here. Okay, so you can play around with this and mess around with this. Like I said, I have a how-to on hands. So if you want to do like a hand, like a real hand, not a zombie hand, there is the how-to out there. Just check it out on my YouTube channel, 6,000%. Okay, and I'll do another little silhouette for you guys, a zombie silhouette, and then I'm going to call it an evening unless there's something you want to ask me. Like I said, this is your session, guys. So ask me whatever you want to ask me. We have our winner. Everyone's going to get nifties for how many times they donated. So, but just one card. And I'm going to put a bunch of nifties in there. All right. And so, again, not in proportion, right? We don't want to do it in proportion. Okay, so let's do the head. Let's do the head, right? And Tina B likes my little bean heads. So let's do a little bean head. Okay, so shaped like a little bean. Shaped like a little bean. Okay, and let's do the front of the body coming outwards like that. Then let's do the legs going down like this and like that. Okay, and another one, this and like that. Okay, so there's our legs. And let's do our arms coming out straight. Okay, so you guys can have a lot of fun with this. Proportion doesn't matter. And shape doesn't matter. Just do these lines, put these lines in, and then once your lines are in, right, you could put your feet in. You know, if you want the foot dragging or if you want the foot out in front, I'm going to do this one dragging. Okay, so then you could put your feet in, and then you could put your hands, right, one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can do some hair, right? Do 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 do. Flicky, 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 flicky. Right, we got some hair going on, and now I gotta give him some clothes. Okay, let me close up, close up. Right. So let's close up. Let's give him some clothes. So say there's tattered pieces hanging this way. Right? Little tattered pieces going on. Little flicky-doos going on with the tattered clothes. Okay. So we got clothes going that way. And some, make the legs a little thicker. Make this leg a little thicker. Maybe pants are frayed at the bottom. Okay, and pants are frayed at the bottom over here. Okay, and then a shirt, right? Make this a little thicker right there. Make that a little thicker right there. Some sleeves, swoop, 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 hanging down. And there is your zombie, okay? So, you know, she was wearing a dress, and she got zombified. So you guys can have a lot of fun with this. Like I said, don't have things being in proportion. Make weird angles going all in different directions. The head, the neck, the arms, the legs, the feet not facing normally, right? The arms being longer or shorter, okay? And when you get into actually painting like a zombie, like with the flesh tones and the bones and stuff, you would follow this practice, right? Little bits of paint, keep blending in darks and lights till you're happy with that. Right, making things look dirty and muddy and messed up just by crisscrossing and adding different colors and not washing your brush. Putting the edging on, okay, the edging so things look cracked. Putting the shadow in so it looks like it's under the skin. And leave it alone. Leave it alone. Looks like your hubs. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Okay, guys, so there you have it. How to paint a zombie. Oh my god, this was so much fun. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned some few things tonight. You guys can totally make zombie paintings now for the rest, for, you know, whatever you want to paint on. You know, if you're painting your pumpkins or if you're painting some little Halloween things going on, you could 6,000% make some zombie paintings. Okay, so now you know the difference, like between a proportioned body and making a zombie body that doesn't have to have any proportion rules to it. All right, so all of that good stuff. So, pumpkin in the air. You want me to paint a pumpkin up here? Is that what you want me to do? Nikki, is that what you're asking me for? A pumpkin? Nikki wants a pumpkin. A pumpkin in the air, up here. All right. Pumpkin. White. Red. Yellow. Some of this peach I made before. One pumpkin coming up. Bam. Got a pumpkin there. And swoop. And swoop this out like that. Okay. Brush strokes in the shape of the pumpkin. Wipe my brush off. Grab some yellow. Put in my highlights. Okay. Grab some red. Put in the stripes. Okay. That, and we need a stem. Grab some black, put in a stem, How about a face? Bam. Bam. There you go. There's your pumpkin. Alright? It's probably the worst pumpkin I ever painted in my life. Oh, but that's all good. Not bad for a 3-second pumpkin, right? Oh, no worries. It wasn't bad for a 3-second pumpkin. Alright guys, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. If you are on TikTok, hop on over to TikTok. I'll be painting Jason tonight. If you want to paint Jason on your own, he is in my YouTube collection. So if you want to paint him, go to YouTube. He's on YouTube. If you want to paint him live with me and you have the app, go to TikTok because that's getting painted tonight at 10 o'clock. What's coming up? What's coming up, guys? All right, Friday is our kitty cat. Okay, so this is Friday, right? Friday's our kitty cat with the broom. Okay, then the following Friday is our ghost fire in the woods. Okay, so that's the following Friday. All right, we got our ghost fire, right? The fire's making our spirits, okay, in the woods. All right, that's the following Friday. And then the Friday after that, ba-bam. Ooh. We got shocker. Ooh. Okay, so our man, Mr. Frankenstein, check out the lightning. So there you go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, next 3 Fridays right there, 6,000%. There it is. You're all set. I've loved the lightning, right? That's the whole point of that painting. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I've been doing my homework. I've been, I got myself caught up, so that's pretty good stuff. And, thanks, guys. I don't know, I can't talk tonight for some reason. It's like, the words are here, but they're not coming out here. But, thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. I hope you learned a lot with our zombies, you know, walking around, hanging out. And I'm going to see you next Tuesday. How did my face painting go? Everything got canceled. So my whole weekend got canceled. We're having the leftover of the hurricane. It's been raining in New Jersey for about, I don't know, 4 days already, 4 or 5 days. So I was able to get all caught up there. Love you guys too. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you to all my peeps. Thank you. Congratulations once more, Debbie. Congratulations, Tina B, on your new job. And I hope everybody that's not feeling well, healing blessings and wishes to you all. And I'm going to see you guys all next Tuesday. All right? So you all warm my heart. Have fun. Go create. Okay? Mwah! Good night, everybody.